Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Alright, so I'm Samantha, and I am there's a bug. I'm a recovering drug addict. Many might not know this, but I thought that I would take some time to make this video for tomorrow is actually my 4-year sobriety from drugs, abusing drugs. Um, with the way that things are these days, presently, I feel like it's very important for me to make these videos each year to get the word out that sobriety, there's another life away from drugs. And no, I'm not perfect at all. I have drank since, I've quit doing drugs and all of that. And to be honest, yes, this past year was very stressful for me, and I did abuse alcohol a time or two. So I think that it's important, though, for people that have gone through this to get the word out there and to stay in some sort of program or going to church and some sort of fellowship with that. It's something that I have to work on, especially when times in my life get very, very difficult. The enemy really tries to come in and put those thoughts in my head of, oh, well, this pill or this drug, specifically heroin was my issue, will fix everything for you. And it's a struggle, and it's something that gets easier over time, but with more time comes not more responsibility necessarily, but more awareness, because with more time you're thinking, oh, well, I can do it a couple times and I'll be fine. I'll just dabble here, dabble there. But to keep yourself strong mentally, physically, you need to break away from that life. You do not need to be associated with any of the people that you used to use with whatsoever. This past year, I tried to dabble in that with not using, but to bring in people that I used to use with previously in my life. And it was horrific, is all I have to say about that. You can be there for people, but you have to keep a distance. Keep people at an arm's distance. Pray for people. Talk to people, but to protect yourself, you have got to break away from the way that your life used to be. The people, you're going to have to leave people behind, and people are going to continue to do their journey. But if you really want to help those people, live your life the way that you know how to be. Sober, successful, happy. And those people will be able to look at your life, and maybe when that time comes around that they want sobriety, still, I don't know, keep that arm's distance and really hold on to your sobriety in your life and focus on what you want to be doing and what God has led you to do. Because I'm a firm believer that the hellacious things that I did to myself, the experiences I had along the way, have all led me to where I'm supposed to be now. And God has a plan and a purpose for my life. And He never lets us go through anything that He can't use later on to help other people. So if you are a person that is struggling and wants help, seek out your help. Do everything that you can in your power to make sure that you will get to where you need to be to hold on to your sobriety. And getting help is not an issue. It's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. And if you're that person that has a loved one that is sick and suffering and doesn't want to change yet, just please, for the love of God, do not enable those people. Everybody has a life to live. But if the longer that you enable these people, unfortunately, they're going to do what they want to do. You can't really reason with somebody that doesn't want to help themselves. So all you can do is live your life, be positive, pray for those people, give it to God, and let Him work in their lives. Because honestly, this is a disease of just horrific things, and it's crazy of in the past 10 years of how things have taken off. You know, you talk to people now, and I swear 1 out of every 5 people know at least one person, if not more, that has a drug problem. And I'm not even going to get into why that is, but I think we need more God. We need more Jesus to heal us. Because a lot of drug addicts, and I speak for myself too, want to mask any feelings of hurt, anger, depression, anything like that. I don't believe that there's just a drug addict out there, really, truly, that just likes to get high or anything like that. They want to be outside of themselves. At least that's how it was for me, and I've known a lot of other people too that this is the case. They want to be outside of themselves because they can't deal. The enemy has taken their mind and is just using it as a playground. And you want to get outside of that and be outside of yourself and not feel anything because it's too much. It's too overwhelming, the anxiety, the pain. And people don't want to go through the withdrawals, the pain of it. But if you can get to the other side of life, there is another way. There is another side. There is healing, there's redemption, there is love, there's compassion. There is all of the above. Most of the people don't make it out. And I don't know why I was exactly one of the ones to make it out, but I have. And no, I'm not perfect, like I said before, but I strive to keep my sobriety date the same. So I will be hitting 4 years tomorrow, and I am beyond excited. And God gave me a little girl to live for, and times are stressful, but it's such an awesome feeling to finally reach another milestone in life, another year of that sobriety, to hold on to that. Like, it's a beautiful thing, and it's tough. No, it's not easy. But you know what? Being sick and suffering, that's tough too. I look back on how I felt and the just vicious cycle that it all, the wake that it leaves upon people's lives and then your life is just, it's craziness. So I want to make this video and get it out there to people and know that there is hope. I am one person that has made it to the other side, and I know that people can do it too. Others can do it too. But you know what? You have to want to change. I was at my wit's end 4 years ago. I had nothing left. Absolutely nothing. And the only other option for me was rehab. And people can down it all you want and say that it's a weakness to ask for help or to go to rehab and it's just a money maker. You know what? Some of it's good and some of it's bad. And like any other situation in life, it's what you make of it. So if you want to change your life, if you want to overcome things in your life, you need to reach out, get the help that you want, because you can overcome this. You are more than an overcomer. Jesus died for us in order for us to be overcomers, to get that second chance. Don't waste it. We all have 24 hours in a day, and majority of us waste it. This life is way too short, and if you woke up today, you're still alive, turns out. You can break out of these things. You can do it. I know it. I've done it. No, it's hard. No, it sucks. But you know what? You can do it. Excuses are for losers. To be honest, tough love. You can do it. There is another side to life. Now, I know not everybody believes in God, but you know what? I didn't really believe in God before I went into rehab. And luckily, I had the option of class 1, regular AA, NA classes, by the book. Then we had the Christian side. So I dabbled in that for a little bit. And God really spoke to me and leaned upon my heart and really weighed upon it. And to this day, I want to seek Him and continue seeking Him, because this life is way too hard. Even off of drugs, this life is way too hard. And I believe that He is the Redeemer. He's the healer. And He's the best counselor that we have. So, for my recommendations, a verse that I have tattooed on me, by the way, and really speaks to me is out of Ephesians. So I'm just going to read through that just a little bit, and then I'll wrap this up. Okay. So in Ephesians, I'll start at 5:14, which is what I have tattooed, the Bible verse on me, and it says, Jesus, therefore He says, "Awake, O sleeper, and rise from the dead, and Christ shall give you life." There's a couple different verses that say different things, but that's ultimately what it means. And when I was on drugs, I was not alive. And people that are on drugs, you are the walking dead. You are. You might not realize it, but you are. And I also got this tattooed on me, "Live for the dead." Because I want to show people that are still walking in that life that there's another life to be had through Christ. And you can make it. You can do it. Right. So, on to the 15th verse. "Look carefully then how you walk. Live purposefully and worthily and accurately, not as the unwise and witless, but as wise, sensible, intelligent people, making the very most of the time, because the days are evil." The more downtime you have is the devil's playground. And for my life, I try to stay as busy as possible, because if not, the devil will totally suck me back into the pit of hell. And I can't have that. The people in my life can't have that. My daughter can't have that. It's horrible. So, you have to be smart, be vigilant. "Therefore, do not be vague and thoughtless and foolish, but understanding and firmly grasping what the Lord has in store for you." Alright, so just a little cap on that, putting the word to work. So time is a very valuable commodity. Have you ever found yourself wishing that you had more hours in the day? Ask God to teach you how to live wisely. Pay attention to the way that you spend your time, and make the most of every opportunity. I can't say it enough. Get out of the pit of hell and get to the other side of life, because there is another life outside of all of that mess. It's going to be hard, but you can do it. You are more than an overcomer. God loves you. Jesus loves you. I love you. And I know that you can do this. You guys have a great day. You'll be in my thoughts. Peace be with you. I love you.